It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Bijan Robinson. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Commanders, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 25 yards that time. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to the 25. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Ritter back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. Ritter now. And that's going to be incomplete. The Falcons had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Ritter headed right off the option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Falcons have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 5 catches, 55 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Robinson up the middle. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 1. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw, Ritter. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Option play. Here's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Ritter from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense set to take over. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now a dump off here complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's second down in the yard. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Robinson with another carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Ritter able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They'll get 34 yards there. Here's Ritter. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Robinson on a give right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Hand off now to Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 11 now. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Time for another Falcon drive as we get a look at Kyle Pitts, the tight end. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front, because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done, because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Catch is made by Hardman.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Ritter to throw it.
at the 45-yard line.
That's brought in downfield by London. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Ritter will set up to throw it. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Robinson.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this time he is in.
Bijan Robinson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy...
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter back to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Oliver.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ritter now.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This offense has had a lot to...
On the ready. Set. Go, 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 go.
Got London on the slant.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Washington.
Back to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll set up to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Ritter from the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense so far on third down, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken around the 12.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 24.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run again here with Robinson.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On the counter, this is Robinson.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Check pink, blue check.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.